Hey guys, it's Richard. Today's Monday, January 29th, and it's about 1:30, a little bit before 1:30 Eastern Time, New York time. And I wanted to show you this quick trade that I took just a few minutes ago. I don't normally trade on Monday, but this was just setting up so great from a Goldbach level perspective that I wanted to show it. So as you can see here, normally I have, so when you see a set of Goldbach levels that go from lower extension to higher extension, or from a low to a high, that's called one partition. Normally when you see my charts, I have the next partition up and the partition low, which is this is the same thing on my charts already. But I took them off to kind of clarify or clear up things. All right. So here's a great way of how you could use Goldbach. So as you can see, you'd have to imagine price came from this area down. So this would be the lower partition. And then it broke into this partition. So then I started getting a little bit interested, but I went to lunch and then came back. So as you can see here, in this area right here, from 0.3 down to 0, that's a rejection block area. This is what a rejection block looks like, just these wicks here. We came in and tapped into it. Then this next level from 0.11 to 0.03 is the order block area. As you can see, this is the order block that was created. It tapped into it right here, but then came back in and retested it here. And then this is where I got interested on the fair value gap area from 0.17 down to 0.11. All right. It created a fair value gap. I entered right here, and then I exited at EQ, okay, which is the midpoint. All right. So it's a nice trade. I don't usually trade NQ, but I did on this one because it was just setting up so beautifully, and I'm just not seeing it on the ES as clearly today. So I thought I'd take it, and it was obviously a winner. Pretty excited about it. Like I said, I don't normally trade NQ just because it's I don't know, it moves a little fast for me. But when it's in your favor, it's pretty cool that it's moving that fast. Anyway, so now I'm watching, okay, and you know, right now think this is what I think moving forward. So I'm gonna go to a 1 hour, and I'm gonna go and look at where do I think price could go to, okay? And right now I think price. Let me take this VWAP off of here so that you can uh, see it better. All right. What I'm looking at is where could it possibly go? Well, there's a fair value gap that's still opened here, and I'll go ahead and draw it. I actually drew it wrong. There we go. And we'll put it to here since that's the part that's still open. All right. However, and that's the height of the extension. So if I can get price to come back into this breaker block area here, I'll look to see if maybe enter another trade and see about taking it all the way up. Okay. And if you look, it switched when I went from a 1 hour to, but it would go to the upper extreme of the extension of this partition. All right. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Another way to trade this is that you guys know on dealing ranges, and that's all Goldbach is this from here to here is a dealing range. All right. We move from one dealing range to the next dealing range. So when we're below 50%, we're looking for longs, and when we're above, we're looking for shorts. Well, we're just barely above it right now. That's why I would like it to come back down in, test this breaker block area. We would be below, and then I would go long again, trying to get it to go up. Okay. The other thing that I'm looking at is this came from basically the 0.3 level, or let's say the 0.11 level. 100, if like 0.11 and 0.89 would equal 100, 0.17 and 0.83 would equal 100. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's one of the things, the way people use Goldbachs. Some people use the mirroring, and this morning it was definitely did that. I can't show it to you on this particular chart, but this partition down here, trust me, well, without putting it on here, this was the breaker block area. And then price came all the way to the breaker block area and then started to retract back. But here we are. So let's just wait and see how this plays out. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. If you can see how you would trade this once it got into this second partition, it gave us, an entry here, gave us an entry here, well, and here, and then it gave us an entry here. Now I'm going to wait to see if it gives us another entry here. I do not suggest like getting in here and trying to hold it to the very end. Take your profits, and you can always re-enter. All right, talk to you later.